gotta do. We are gonna have a big special on those reversible bracelets coming up at the end of the hour, but right now, take a look at what we're doing in Iolite and Turquoise. So we talked about Iolite before. Iolite is something that they compare to the beauty of a sapphire. We have 60 inches in genuine, beautiful, purple, wonderful, almost looks like tanzanite color Iolite. And then we've paired it back with Angel Peak Chilean Turquoise to give you this wonderful color combination. Wear it long and lean at 60 inches, double it, do what Orshi's done, pull a little bit of it up to the top. And we sold this very successfully. It was a big customer pick at $119. Jay, we are doing it, and I know you couldn't replace it, but we're doing it for $59.90.
You know, how crazy is that? So think about this. You're getting 5 feet, repeat, 5 feet of genuine, this is a semi-precious material, and it's a natural material. It hasn't been, there's no treat on this, there's no enhancement. Most iolite that you see in anything is enhanced. This is all facet grade. It's really strange, you know, like how you end up with these things. These were crystals, iolite crystals. I had these, you know, you have, what we do is everything goes in these 5-gallon paint buckets, and then they label them. So we'll take the crystals like amethyst or whatever. Each bucket contains about anywhere from 50 to 55 pounds. And so we do it with turquoise, we do it with almost all of our gemstones or our semi-precious stones, so that we can just look at a flat, I can look at a palette and tell, and it's marked, and I can tell, okay, I've got 10 buckets, so I've got 500 pounds, right, or 550 pounds. So when I start to do a project or pull a project, I can actually kind of determine the weight that I have even before I start it. We bought this iolite over 10 years ago, I remember when we did it because we were down in Brazil and we did a bunch of different things. We did a peridot deal, we did a smoky quartz deal, we did a bunch of deals on that trip. And I had 3 or 4 buckets of these beautiful dark purple iolite crystals. And somehow it didn't get on the books. It wasn't on the, we didn't have it on the inventory list. And we were going through other materials, just happened to pop the tops on this and found that we had 4 buckets of these crystals. So we had 200 pounds of iolite crystals that we had forgotten that we had. We didn't know. And so we wanted to do something.
It pays to be a gemstone hoarder, doesn't it? That's awesome.
We wanted to do something unique, something different. And so that's what we did. You know, we took the iolite, we tried to leave them in the natural form. You can see this is really purple. When you see it with Connie, it's more of like a violet color. This is semi-precious iolite. The real deal, it's not treated, it's not enhanced. We did, so it's 60 inches, 6 feet. So to be honest with you, we didn't even know, we couldn't remember what we paid for it. So even when we originally made it, I think we undervalued it. We underpriced it.
Well, sure.
So now they come back. We don't have a lot of these. We got the last remaining few of these. And they've come up with this crazy price. But even when we priced it before, I think we were under market value at that time. I think that we actually had, we were charging less for it than we even just had in the material. But we didn't have any way to know what we did. We just knew that we had bought it like over 10 years ago. So we really, none of us could remember exactly what we paid for it. So now this is just insane. Okay. I mean, just insane price.
You know what, again, $59.90 for 60 inches. I wanna make sure you realize it's 60 inches of iolite and turquoise. It's $11 and change on your charge card. We're gonna say hey to Dean in Arizona. Dean, welcome to HSN.
Yes, hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing really great.
Well, we're delighted to have you. And you bought the emerald necklace?
I did. I didn't buy too much this time around because I already bought too many things of other kinds. But when I saw that one, I thought, well, I can never afford an emerald. When I go to the store and look at them, they're $5,000. So I was excited, but I did not get the bracelet and the earrings and the ring. So could you bring some next when you come at the end of the month?
Well, we can't. The soonest that you'll see any more of it, we do have more emerald rough, but it'll probably be August. At best, it'll be
my host pick.
Yeah, her host pick, or maybe like we've already written pretty much this year. It'd be like in February of next year.
But I am trying.
We're trying to work something for Connie. You'll have to watch. There won't be a lot of them, but it'll be host pick. But we are working on doing some special stuff for Connie.
Thank you, Dean. Thank you so much.
I'm glad you were able to do that.
Yes, because it sold out. And another sellout, the iron